I don't even know where to start here, but give me a report of exactly what's going on to the people across the state.
Well, you just mentioned ceasefire, and that's very interesting because at our prison up at Marshall that we've just taken over in the 13th of this month, that's one of the programs we intend to have there is coding, and coding ties right into this cutting-edge computers, industry that we're looking at, and ceasefire plays a major role in that. So we hope to be teaching inmates coding so they'll be employable. It's close to Memphis, so a lot of jobs in that field. So anyway, that's one of our new programs.
Oh man, that is I would imagine that they've got the time to devote that to it. But do you have the equipment, or is it like you have to have computer rooms, or?
We do. We have the funds to start. It'll be a 2-year program. It takes that long. It's going to be the best and the brightest, and we have some best and the brightest in our system. And so, but it's set up, and we can afford to start it, and we have already been, opened the door to it. So that's one of our new programs that we're really starting with high tech. So inmates can do that. They can learn that skill, especially the women too.
What's the status of that Marshall facility?
It has about 695 inmates in it now. We cut the numbers so that we could match that up with the number of employees we've been able to hire. We're hiring really hard as we can, and our jobs are really good. We're making progress, and we're paying overtime, a lot of overtime because we're short. And so a person can come along and make a lot of money working for us now. Not only the salary, but when you get to put the overtime with it, the brand new employees hitting $22 an hour.
Is that PERS also on that?
Yes.
It is. So the benefits are there too.
The benefits are tremendous. And so it's really a good job. And that prison, we removed all of the maximum security inmates. It only has the medium and minimum. So it's really cool. It's a good little prison.
How many more people do you need there?
Oh, gosh, I need another 50 people there really bad, quickly as I can get them, and we're chasing them hard as we can.
What are the nearby towns over there? I'm just trying to think with some of the towns in that area.
It's Holly Springs.
Holly Springs in that area?
Right.
Okay.
And it's not too far from Ole Miss, and up the not too far down the road, so we're in that area. We're only like 15 miles south of the Tennessee border.
If they want more information on those job opportunities, it's on your website?
It's on our website, and we hustling up there. We're actually going to have a job fair again up there this weekend, and we have people up there trying to hire. And so come on out to the prison.
It's going to be at the prison location?
Right.
What time is it going to be?
It's going to be about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Saturday?
Saturday.
10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Be there.
Be there.
And if you want a job, man, woman,
we don't care. Come on.
You will probably get a when you can start. How much training goes into that? Any training at all, preliminary training?
Yes, we've trained for 3 weeks, and we're going to train there at the prison.
And they're paid while they're training.
And they're paid while they're training, and then they go right on in. And we don't just throw you in. We have you a mentor that works with you now and kind of breaks you in slow, and it's not that bad. It's a good job.
Contraband is always a problem, and I know as commissioner, you fight this every single day. But what's the report on it as far as contraband is concerned?
Well, it's greatly been reduced, and we put it on the front burner, and so that's good. I think, though, that we have the inmates busier and more involved. And, for instance, at CMCF, we've identified jobs. When you come to prison, you're supposed to have a job and be in a program. Mm-hmm. And so we've abandoned that in the past because there weren't enough correctional officers. But we're back to doing that, especially at CMCF, in creating these jobs. And then you don't get the good time if you don't do the job in the program.
Yeah.
So we're moving that direction. But everybody's busy. We're working the long line again at CMCF, and it's all working good, and prison's looking good.
You came in here with some tremendous ambitions and what you wanted done. Are you satisfied? Are you on track?
I'm on track, except I don't have the churches yet, and that's very frustrating. But
what's holding you back on that?
Well, the process. But the people, Glenn Cornbreck is working really hard with us in the DFA. Everybody's trying to move fast and help us, but the system is slow but it's better. It's a lot better.
When you say the
moving
system,
along.
what are you talking about?
Well,
The appropriation process, or
No, the process as far as is we're getting surveys of the site now. We have to have all the soil bores. We have to have the all the engineering. We have to have a whole lot of things that you didn't normally do in Louisiana for a metal building. And so, because it's not an expensive building, but still here, the rule is the rule, the law is the law. I'm just having to learn to slow down and let the
you got to get a
process work.
soil test to put a metal building on?
We do. We have to have that because you have a slab. And so the slab, you have to know it's not going to sink and so forth. So, the process is what it is. So I had to learn to slow down a little bit when it came to these buildings. We've done the air conditioning at Parchment.
You probably needed that church by the time you read all the different rules and regulations.
Oh, man. I needed 7. We're building 7 churches. And right now, this next week, we'll be surveying the sites. 2 of them already done. And so that's where we're going there. The moral rehabilitation is the true rehabilitation. It changes people's lives.
Absolutely.
And we don't have the morality if we don't have the religion, and we don't care what religion. Just give us some good old religion to get some morality.
I've often thought about this, and I know it just seems that we talked about ceasefire, and I don't know how the prisons are arranged, but there's good tutoring from so many different programs that they could watch and occupy their time. And I understand what you can and cannot do and have a television set somewhere, but it just seems there's an opportunity there to not only occupy the day, but also teach them as far as morals or skills and things like that on a daily basis. But I know it's not easy to do.
But it's easier than you think, because what's happening is most of the inmates did something for a living rather than rob and steal. And so those inmates are stepping forward and saying, "Hey, I'm a concrete finisher. Hey, I'm a carpenter. I can do this. I work in air conditioning." So already at Marshall, we took over, and within 1 week, we had an air conditioning school set up with inmate teachers. And so that's the way it works. The inmates have a desire to change their lives. Many of them do and do better. We just never gave them the opportunity. So now we're giving them that opportunity, and it's really working. So they're the ones that's the teachers. We can't afford a teacher. The inmates are the teachers.
That word spreads across the prison, too, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.